Jim Brickman is human Christmas spirit. Not only is he a world-class pianist and composer, he's got some of your favorite voices who argue with each other over who gets to record with him and tour with him. And good news for you guys in Rockford, a joyful Christmas tour at the Coronado Performing Arts Center in Rockford. Next Thursday, the 14th. There's only a few seats left, but I recommend you get them. It's a great show. And you just, especially if you're having trouble getting into the Christmas spirit this year, this is such a great antidote to that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my old pal, Jim Brickman. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Good morning. How you doing?
Been a long time. I've missed you, and I know you've missed me. You don't even have to say it out loud.
It's true. It is.
You're on a tour bus now. Where are you going?
We're just pulling into Omaha.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
Oh,
Right next door, practically.
All the cities and all the towns and all the gin joints. Yeah. Have you got a favorite venue, like a theater or something that still surprises you? Because I think the Coronado, you're really going to like that.
I love it there.
You have played it. Okay.
Yeah, I've played it many times. A couple years ago, I played it on my birthday. We had a big celebration for that. It's a really beautiful place. And the show, I always think the Christmas show, it matters where you play it because to me, it's another character in the entire experience. You want to come somewhere that has that beautiful, glory and the memories and the nostalgia. And it makes a big difference, I think, where you play.
The road is long. Go ahead, sing with me. The road is long, and I'm looking at your list now. I mean, you're going Vegas, St. Louis, Rockford, as we mentioned, Columbus, Cleveland, Charlotte. Wherever you listen in America, Jim Brickman's going to be somewhere nearby and wrapping up New Year's Eve in Phoenix. It's still fun, right?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't do it if it weren't. I don't think any performer should do this or what it all takes.
Get out. If it's not fun, get out.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people can tell that. If you don't want to be there, maybe kind of a subtle feeling, but I think it's palpable if you don't want to be there to the audience.
John, Andrea, jump in. I know you're starstruck because you're talking to Brickman.
This is what's so great. Jim, it is a pleasure to hear your voice, in this way because it cracks me up. I purchased, I think it was is it the Ultimate Christmas album? Am I got that right? I think it's like 46 songs or something.
Oh, you mean with my songs on it?
Oh, God, yes. Oh, yeah. And, so here's the thing. I go to sleep. My wife and I go to sleep. I have it play on my Alexa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I go to sleep, especially in the holidays. And I'm so proud that you did what was my favorite song? I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. That is everybody laughs and thinks that's your favorite, but it's always been my favorite.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So I have gone to sleep with you the last 2 years, Jim. We've never met, but I think you should know it. I think you should know it, Jim.
You guys at least ought to buy dinner first. I don't know what's happening.
It's a phenomenal album. It's so great.
Jim, I read that you started playing piano at 5.
I grew up in Cleveland. I started when I was about 5 years old, but there was no music in my family, and I always think this time of year, all my friends like, oh yeah, we sat around the piano and sang Christmas carols. We went caroling, and we didn't have. My parents had no talent. There was no singing carols or anything. If I was playing the piano, even at that age, they would be like, we're watching TV. Could you play softer, or something like that?
Sure.
It's just me. So I have a real joy for being able to do that now because, I didn't really get to do it growing up.
And I have a couple of follow-ups if you're taking follow-ups because I think this is important. You know how much kids mean to me. Who was it in your life, since it wasn't at home, that let you know you had talent and encouraged you?
I mean, in so many ways, it's something that just comes naturally, and I always say it's not something that you choose to do. It kind of chooses you. It's something that I was just incredibly drawn to, and I play quite often. Pretty much everything I play, for the most part, is by ear. And I think of myself as a songwriter more than as a pianist. So, I started writing songs when I was in my when I was a teenager, and then I became a jingle writer. So I wrote jingles like right before I came on, and you played the WLS jingle. I was like obsessed with the WLS jingles when I was growing up. I loved jingles.
Sure, of course.
And so I did that, and I lived in Chicago for a period of time in advertising, doing that. So it was as a songwriter, it's an incredible training ground to write songs, and so I got a chance to work with amazing singers, and that made me want to work with iconic singers like I get to now, which is incredible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I know you lived in Chicago. You said, is there any kind of a magical Christmas memory that you have? I just think the city comes to life at Christmas time.
Yeah, well, my mom still lives there, and so to me, it was coming home quite often for Christmas to Chicago. So it was always beautiful, and I don't know, just like you said, it's a magical thing. And when you come from a place like Cleveland and then you're in Chicago, there's a feeling that you get that when I'm on tour and I'm playing in like Albuquerque, it's not the same thing.
Sure.
You can make it as Christmassy as possible, but it doesn't feel like being in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hits galore, Valentine, The Gift. We played you a little bit of that. Maybe give me a little bit of Love of My Life or something Christmassy when we wrap with Jim here in a second. Love of My Life he did with our old pal Donny Osmond, who somehow is stuck in time. He's like Benjamin Button. He keeps getting younger. We don't know how that works. But this list of people that you've played with and want to play with, I mean, Martina McBride, Lady Antebellum, Kenny Loggins, Carly Simon, Michael Bolton, Olivia Newton-John, the late great Olivia Newton-John. You've had a pretty good run.
Yeah, really, really fortunate. And this season too, I have this Christmas song that Johnny Mathis sings, which to me was just like iconic, and to be able to have people like that bring my songs to life is really, really special.
I appreciate you giving a youngster like Johnny Mathis a break, man.
Yes.
Well, I mean, when I was growing up and I listened to all these people, like you said, my first concert tour was opening for Olivia Newton-John. And so to me, those kinds of things, those experiences with all of the people that I admired growing up, I mean, even like when Donnie was on tour with me, or Kenny Rogers, I mean, these people I looked up to and saw in concert, they were like my gold standard for the way I perform, watching these people and what pros they were on stage and how they made the audience feel, and how important it is to me that people leave with a smile, and that there's energy moments and funny moments and tear jerking moments and things like that. I mean, that's what live performing is. And so as much as I love my recording career, to me, performing live is everything.
And live you will be in Rockford, the Coronado Performing Arts Center, Rockford, next Thursday. Get your tickets. You can go to jimbrickman.com or Google up Jim anywhere. It's a pleasure to reconnect with you. I'll put you on hold for a second so our guy Tom can talk to you. But safe travels on the road and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Steve.
There you go.
Oh, great. That's so good.